Специальный эфир «Все джаз» с Тиграном Амасяном. Партнер программы ARARAT. От сердца к сердцу.
Здравствуйте, дорогие зрители и слушатели Old Fashion Radio. Это программа «Все джаз». Меня зовут Надя Николаева. И сегодня это специальный выпуск. Он необычный. Мы вещаем не из нашей студии с Воздвиженки 32, а из театра имени Ивана Франко, где сегодня вечером состоится концерт Тиграна Амасяна. И наш сегодняшний гость... Здравствуйте, Тигран.
Здравствуйте.
Такой вопрос. Свой альбом, последний мини-альбом «For Gyumri» вы посвятили своему родному городу, верно?
Да, верно.
Я его послушала, и он мне показался скорее грустным, чем задумчивым. Почему у вас такие эмоции? Что их вызвало?
I don't think of music as happy and sad. It's especially with music that comes from that part of the world. It's very subjective. What is sad and what is happy. You know, sometimes you hear the happiest melody, and all of a sudden the lyrics are super sad. You know, so it's a little bit subjective. But as far as this album goes, Gyumri, my hometown, it's basically a dedication to my hometown, and this is a very personal album. It has so much to do with my childhood, and everything that made me who I am. You know, I think as children, whatever we experience in childhood definitely makes us who we are later in life as adults. And those memories and experiences are very, very important. For your inner world, they're very important when you become an adult. And even though when I think about it right now, I mean, I lived in like total apocalyptic times, considering, we didn't have any electricity, there was a war, and Soviet Union collapsed, everything, so, but I didn't feel that as a child, I had as far as I remember, I had a great, childhood filled with light, but then, when you become an adult and you realize, what your parents went through, and it's a story, this album is I would say the whole story of that's tied to my parents' grandparents, and to this day where I'm basically a survivor of that whole period.
Спасибо. Как долго вы работали над звучанием этого альбома?
Долго. We spent 5 days, I would say, in the studio for both records, Ancient Observer and for Gyumri. I recorded all the tracks in 5 days, and then I had about 6 days of mixing.
В одном из своих интервью вы сказали, что предпочитаете работать с саунд-продюсерами не из мира джаза, а из мира поп-музыки или электронной музыки. Почему?
Well, honestly, I prefer working with, first of all, that they have to be very good, clever sound engineers, no matter what style they, but sometimes when you have somebody that's ready to experiment, or somebody that knows how to, like a lot of the jazz guys, maybe don't really know how to mic a bass drum in a certain way to get, different than a typical jazz bass drum sound. So I like to bring in sound engineers that know these tricks and have worked with pop bands or rock bands, and have achieved, already know what mics to use, where to put the mics, and etc. And what kind of extra tools to use. So I like experimenting with that. But I know the sound I want, so it's easy find the guy that knows this sound, and we understand it.
Thank you. А в каком состоянии вы пишете музыку? Вы ждете это состояние или вы садитесь и работаете по плану?
No, I compose constantly. It's not like I have an idea and I finish this idea and make a song and then I go to another song. I constantly have ideas and music that comes to me, and I just write on my iPhone or whatever. I record every single little idea I have, and then I decide whether, and I try to finish the song, but sometimes it takes a year or it takes like 3 months to actually achieve this until the song is full. Song is perfect.
Когда вы в туре находитесь, как сейчас или как в прошлом году, вы слушаете музыку или предпочитаете находиться в тишине?
No, I listen to a lot of music. I go through periods, actually. Right now, I'm listening to a lot of music on tour. Right now, I'm listening to a lot of jazz, like all the Brad Meldau records, Art of the Trio 2, 4, 5. Also, a lot of early Kenny Garrett, early Branford Marsalis albums. Chick Corea's Now He Sings, Now He Sobs. Yeah, a lot of post-pop and modern jazz.
А кого-то из украинских композиторов вы знаете?
Yes, I know Valentin Silvestrov.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just finally got his album Silent Songs, and I only heard like the first 2 songs. I didn't have time. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Also, I know a really great pianist from Ukraine, Vadim Neselevsky.
Неселовский.
Neselovsky.
Вадим Неселовский, да. Да.
Yeah. It's really great. Yeah.
Было ли у вас желание посотрудничать с кем-то из украинских музыкантов?
Not really. Not yet. But maybe tonight.
Maybe tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, jam session?
Maybe, we'll see. There might be a special guest tonight.
Да?
Yeah.
Скажите, Тигран, почему вы ездите в туры один, без музыкантов?
Because I have a solo project at the moment. When I have this solo project, so I tour playing this music, which is solo.
Ну, вообще вам так удобнее или просто вы сам можете выразить всю красоту музыки, которую хотите?
No, it's a matter of actually creating something and then presenting that work. It's not every single format has its own challenges and its own beauty, and I like to take that challenge. I like to, play like 70 concerts, solo piano, and then switch to another project where it's with a band or a choir. I like that.
Один из первых выпусков, даже самый первый выпуск программы «Все джаз» был посвящен дуэту из Англии LV, в записи которого вы приняли участие. Правильно?
Yes, I collaborated with LV, yeah.
Да. Есть ли у вас в планах еще какие-то коллаборации международно?
I have many projects in mind that I would like to realize at some point. Actually, I'm thinking currently what my next project will be because I have a few and I can't really decide. It's because it's a dedication. When you decide that you're doing this project, it's like you have to think about your next life for the next 2 years. So it's concerts and yes, for my new album, I will be collaborating with a band, international band from the US, and also I might have a guest artist from Sweden and also another guest artist from a US metal band from USA. But I don't know. I don't want to give names because I would spoil I would spoil the surprise.
Окей. Видела на YouTube комментарии, что ваша музыка должна преподаваться в музыкальных учебных заведениях, как современная джазовая музыка для музыкантов. Такой вопрос. Какой из своих альбомов и что из своей музыки вы могли бы на эти цели пустить, на то, чтобы музыканты образовывались на этой музыке?
Well, it's, as a matter of fact, for first time and finally it's happening, I have my first book that will be published. It's actually a music book, so it's all 7 songs, or 7 or 8 pieces of piano music from different albums. And so this is basically the ideas that a lot of classical musicians have been asking me, pianists, and also non-pianists have been asking me for scores. And finally it's going to be released sometime this year. 3 of the pieces were already released like online, but this will be released soon.
Это чудесно. И тогда заключительный вопрос. Какие площадки вы больше любите? Стадионы, большие концертные залы или, может быть, маленькие джазовые клубы?
I like everything. I guess the smaller places tend to have more of very intimate energy, and sometimes more the aura is different. I don't know, more connected somehow to music and to the energies on another level when the space is small. But sometimes not really. You know, it depends. It depends on the audience's energy, depends on the acoustics.
Спасибо, Тигран. Я очень надеюсь, что когда-то вы сможете выступить в джазовом клубе 32. И я приглашаю всех слушателей и зрителей программы «Все джаз» на сегодняшний концерт Тиграна Амасяна.
Специальный эфир «Все джаз» с Тиграном Амасяном. Партнер программы «ARARAT. От сердца к сердцу».